Hi, you have Jason here from Delbridge Solutions. I'm a technical project lead here with the company. I've been working in the CPM industry for over 5 years now. My position as a project lead has given me hands-on experience with multiple CPM platforms and technologies. I've implemented projects over various industries and for some very different use cases. For this video, I'd like to demonstrate a weekly cache insights module that we've developed in one of my favorite planning solutions, Vena. We've also leveraged the Fluence engine for enhanced calculations on the back end. As of recently, we have seen the need for short-term operational planning, mainly due to COVID-19. Many companies were struggling to react with various measures and restrictions that were put in place, obviously affecting day-to-day operations. While many can argue that this type of planning is more art than science, we've tried to provide tools that could logically paint a picture for operating in uncertain conditions. The agenda for this video will consist of an overview of the various components that make up this module, and then I'll move into the Cache Insights dashboard. This is a dashboard that we developed that brings everything together so that users can make quick, informed decisions or any necessary corrective actions. We have some pre-built objects in the Cache Insights module along with a number of system calculations. For the most part, users will be interacting with reports, data, and input templates. For the reports, we have the Cache Insights dashboard where all the data is brought together. There's also an aging of accounts receivable report so that users can easily review outstanding payments from customers and help to easily identify risks. From the data point of view, we have provided logic to convert monthly budgets into weekly values and support the cash aspect to revenue and expense planning. There's also a need for actual GL and subledger data from the source systems for the inputs needed to capture the cash inflows and outflows. We have simplified inputs for users so they are controlling drivers for the most part. We can model AR turns by customer, convert recurring expenses into cash outflows like salaries expenses or any kind of payroll expenses. But there's also some aspects that we can't necessarily model or build logic around, and those are user-defined cash inflows and outflows. For instance, you might have taxes or some other prepaid expenses that you need to model cash inflows and outflows around. We want to take some time to review the Cache Insights module that we developed in Vena leveraging the Fluence engine. It's a module to help clients reduce operational risk with relevant and timely information. On runtime, when opening the dashboard, the entity granularity can be specified. The scenario can also be selected to represent different projection models. Year and period give a starting point for the dashboard. The top pane of the dashboard gives the current week outlook from a cash perspective. You have the beginning cash on hand and seeing what your expected cash on hand at the end of the week looks like. The graph shows the 16-week cash flow projection outlook. See if there's the cash inflows and the cash outflows. At the bottom of the dashboard, there's a graph that shows the net cash flow over the next 16 weeks for this projection model. And off to the right are the actual metrics for the account receivable and accounts payable. Much of the calculations for the recurring cash transactions can be modeled using our out-of-the-box drivers template. On the Customers tab, cash inflows from customers or AR turns can be entered at the customer level or defaulted if required. These inputs can also be driven based on different scenarios. Other recurring cash considerations at the entity level can be completed. Cash outflows from payroll, and invoicing terms can be entered. For unstructured
cash transactions. An input template was developed to capture user inputs. Adjustments to AR collections can be completed if more relevant information is available, as well as other outputs in prepaid expenses or inventory can also be inputted by users. Fixed assets, as well as different forms of financing activities which are unknown, can also be entered. The system actually calculates cash in and cash out to help support some of the reporting metrics, but at a very high level, you'll be able to see the cash ending balances and how you're projecting day by day, and this would obviously aggregate into your weeks and months.